Sean Patel, FightHype.com, here with the former super bantamweight champion of the world, one of the best in the game at featherweight, Jessie Magdaleno, here in Vegas. How you doing, Jessie?
Doing good, doing good. Back in the gym, you know, working out, getting ready for what's next.
You know, coming off that fight against Vicente, you showed a lot of good boxing ability. What are you trying to improve on back in the gym right now?
Just everything all over again, you know. I like to come back and restart. I want to work on my footwork. I want to work on my defense, my offense, my head movement. Just retouch up on everything, you know. Last fight, it was hard. It was hard to even watch it because how dirty the guy was. So I really couldn't get off like how I wanted to. I couldn't be the Jessie Magdaleno I really wanted to show because how dirty the guy was. But you know, at the end of the day, I put him down twice. Whatever we had to work on, you know, we worked on it, and now I'm just back on the gym, just touching up the things again.
Now you were a stellar amateur, so you've always had this boxing ability with your feet and all of that, and we saw it with Capetillo last time. But do you think that you can combine the guy who just went after and tried to knock out guys? And I know part of that's the competition as you're coming up, you're able to do that. But do you think you'll be able to combine the boxing you've been doing lately with the aggressiveness all into one?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we've been working on, and we're pushing it even more now because last fight, like I said, you know, I was more on the boxing ability. Where too, when I fought Rafael, it was more, I was an aggressor, you know, and at the time I was able to put my footwork and the aggression in, and that's what we're trying to get back to. We're trying to get back to like how I fought that fight, and like how I fought Donaire, you know, on the move, but still be aggressive at the same time. Right. So that's what we're working on now.
How do you feel like that'll come out in the next performance, or with Capetillo, is still something you're building with? Or
I think, yeah. I mean, we showed it already. You know, we showed it already, and you know, why not? Why not keep doing it? And I think we can do it even better this next fight.
What do you think you're better as a fighter the second time getting to a world title than it was the first time around?
I think I will be an all-around better, more mature, more of a veteran in there. You know, I have a lot more experience now than when I did, you know, when I fought Donaire. Even when I watched that fight again, there's a couple mistakes I made, and knowing that I could take his shot, I should have, you know, sit more in the pocket with him, and who knows, I could probably even put him down. But he's just a high caliber fighter, and he knows what's up. He knows how to, when to go in, when to get out, and you know, he showed me a lot.
Yeah, because staying in the pocket, it's like you said though, Vicente is very dirty, low blows, it's hard to stay in there, right?
Yeah, and that's how it was in the fight. Every time I got close, it was a thigh shot, or he was hitting my nuts, or, you know, he was doing something dirty, and he knew from the get-go he wasn't gonna hang. So his way out was just to fight me dirty.
What'd you think of the commentary in that fight?
I didn't like it, but I mean, what can I do? You know, I mean, everybody has their opinion. Everybody's gonna say their stuff they have to say. I feel like Bradley and Dre are they're against me because I felt like, you know, Shakur Stevenson was at 126, and I felt like there was a lot of animosity right there. But at the end of the day, it's boxing. I don't have beef with nobody. I'm here to do my job and do what I'm supposed to do. And if they're gonna say stuff like that, I go back, I look at it, and then I go back to my fight and I pick it apart.
You analyze it. Yep. You know, in beating Donaire, who will be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, people were, there was not that there was for sure, but there was some people wondering if he was on the downside when you fought him. But then after that, he's had knockouts, he's won world titles, and he went 12 with Inoue, one of the best. What did you think of that? Like,
I thought that was great. You know, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. You know, that guy, he put his name in the boxing game, and he did a hell of a job in there. And I tip my hat off to him. You know, it was great sharing the ring with him, fighting against him, you know, for a big world title, and just to see him bounce back from that and go on to something bigger, you know, that's great. And you know, I applaud him for it.
But does that not validate your victory that much more?
Yeah, I feel like it validates my career, right, who I am, and everything, because I fought a tough competitor and I was able to beat him. So I feel like I should be getting praised more.
Because you know, fighters, they win belts. There's belts today.
Yeah.
You know, a dozen around, but you beat a Hall of Famer to get you.
So, yeah, worth too. There's a lot of guys who just win titles on just, they give it to them, you know? They really don't fight a good fighter until maybe later on in their career, but you know, in my end, on my part, I fought the best from the start, and I'm going to continue fighting the best from the start because that's just who I am.
Even back to the amateurs.
Yeah, you know, when I fought Rashid Warren, when I fought all the top guys in the amateur game, and I was able to take all of them out, you know, because I just had faith in myself. And I knew what I could do.
I believe at 15 years old or 14, you even went to Texas to get some very good work. It went well for you with Rocky Juarez when he was getting ready for Barrera, right?
Yep, good times, man. You know, there's a lot of good things that happen in my career, and I don't feel like I get praised for a lot of the stuff that I do. But you know, one day it'll show. One day.
But also, you know, Emanuel Navarrete, a lot of title defenses, but yet to fight that marquee opponent like yourself. What do you think of a fight between you and Navarrete?
I think it's a great fight. I think that's a huge fight because you got two Mexicans that like to fight. They put on very good shows, and you got two guys that always put their opponents down. You know, in each fight that they have. So you know, it's a huge fight. It's a very action-packed fight, and I would love to fight him.
Yeah, one guy's extremely tall. You know, you're 5'5". How does that play into a matchup, into the fight?
The height, I fought a lot of tall guys in my career, even in the amateur games, and I've never let that get to my head. I know how to work with the tall guys. To me, I like fighting tall guys. It's not anything hard for me, you know. I know how to get in, how to get out. I know how to work them. I know how to frustrate them. So with that being said, I think I could beat Navarrete.
How do you get inside on a tall guy like that? If you could share some...
Yeah, working the jab, you know. Jab, a lot of defense, a lot of head movement, you know, just frustrating the guy. And I feel like I have all of that ability with my footwork, my hand speed, my power. I think once he feels my power and my hand speed and my movement, I think he's just gonna go crazy and not find me.
He's a tall, slender guy. Could you take advantage of that with a body attack?
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. You know, he throws his jab a lot from lower here. His hands are never really high. His defense isn't all that great, so I feel like I could break him down round by round.
Would that be a war?
I think so. I think in the later rounds, because he starts out very slow, and I think from the 5th and up is when he starts picking up the pace. And I mean, I pick up the pace around those rounds too. So it's really going to be a center of the ring, you know, battle fight.
Would it be extra motivation that the bookies would probably make you the underdog in that fight? Would that fire you up further?
I think I'm always the underdog
these days, I guess.
And I like it. You know, I like it because I always want to prove everybody, you know, what kind of fighter they have and who they should really be supporting. You know, and I think I have just all the ability to be yet again another world champion.